Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first marathon of this IIT full syllabus series beta that we are starting now. So, how are we going to? First of all, let me just dedicate from some 5-7 minutes on discussing what should be our strategy now and how we should be preparing for the final exam. We are almost done with the syllabus. We're going to take another 2-3 classes and we would be done with the course. Now, how do we approach the final 2 months and the final leg that we are in? The first thing that you have to do is now, once the course is over, beta, I am starting with some problem test series. I will be giving you problem sets, and all of you will have to go ahead and do those problem sets, which I will be discussing in my regular lectures that I will be taking with you. Apart from this, all of you would be required to do the mock tests and the other tests that I will be giving you and the question banks. But most important, whenever you sit for any paper, you have to go through its past years. Those past years are an indication about what is the what is the level of any paper. So if I look into IIT, you will notice that IIT 2021 paper level was this. IIT 2022 level was this. But beta, IIT 2023 level was top air. It was very, very difficult. It was very, very, very difficult. Many students found difficulty in that paper. I will show you some questions that I will discuss today. But as you can see, that because the paper came so difficult, you have to go ahead and you have to read in between line. एक एक चीज हमें क्लियर होनी चाहिए कि क्या पेपर में आया है, कैसे आया है और आगे कैसे आ सकता है. ये आपको जो हमने कल फर्स्ट मॉक टेस्ट कल कंडक्ट किया, in that also things would have been clear to you. You would have known कि मैम बहुत डिफिकल्ट पेपर आया है ना. मॉक टेस्ट जितने करते जाओगे सब डिफिकल्ट लगेंगे क्योंकि आईआईटी में पेपर ही डिफिकल्ट आता है. नाउ let us start better today's session and I will take the first question. This is question number 11. This is IIT 2023 latest IIT question number 11. Let's read this out. Everybody will try to do it with me. सबको पहले खुद से ये क्वेश्चन करना है, then I will be attempting it. देखो ध्यान से बेटा. It says that you have been given two agents, two good economy, and it says that you are given max function for each agent. तो agent 1 भी max है. मैं इसका एक हिंट बताऊंगी सॉल्व करने का. एंड agent 2 भी max function है. x2 y2. And it says you are given some endowments. कुछ endowment bundle दिया हुआ है कि agent 1 का endowment bundle है बेटा 25,5 और agent 2 का endowment bundle है बेटा 5,5. अच्छा, they are asking me to go ahead and find the competitive equilibrium. So beta, for competitive equilibrium, do I need the concept of Edgeworth box? क्या मेरे को एग्जाम में Edgeworth box बनाकर Pareto efficient points इसमें बनाने चाहिए? Should I be making those points? No, it is a wastage of time. There is no need to make Edgeworth box. There is no need to make Pareto efficient points. Such a waste of time. We don't want to do that. We just want to quickly look into the points. ये जो price bundles दिए हुए हैं हमें सिर्फ इनमें देखना है. And from that, we have to try to answer this question. So see here. But a max function means that you cannot consume the two goods together. आप दोनों goods को एक साथ consume नहीं कर सकते हो. So either you will consume all of good X. कब करोगे all of good X consume? When price of good X is less than price of good Y. Or you will be consuming all of good Y. कब करोगे good Y consume? When price of good X is greater than price of good Y. And if px and py are equal, so you will consume either x or y, but not both. दोनों नहीं consume करोगे. हाँ बेटा. Now look here, that individual 1 is also a max function and 2 is also a max function. So beta, if I say that px is less than py, अगर मैं price of good x को price of good y से less कर देती हूँ, then what will happen? Individual 1 will also consume all of good x. Individual 2 will also consume all of good x. तो good y तो कोई consume ही नहीं करेगा. So there is excess supply of good y. 10 units untouched रह गए. There will be excess demand of good x. दोनों ही good x चाहते हैं. Both of them want good x. This is not the right solution. This cannot be the solution to this problem. Same is the case here. If px is greater than good y, so beta both consumers will demand only good y. So there will be excess supply of good x. Nobody is demanding good x. Both of them are demanding good y. I have to find quicker ways of doing the problem. So which means that I can't have a solution where px is less than py or py is less than px. It will lead to excess demand in one market and excess supply in the other market. तो बेटा ये भी नहीं हो सकता आंसर, ये भी नहीं हो सकता, ये भी नहीं हो सकता. So my correct answer will be answer B. And done. I don't have time to solve in detail. ये हमारे पास उतना टाइम नहीं है एग्जाम में कि हम एक एक चीज पेरेटो एफिशिएंसी निकालें, फिर अलग अलग केसेस लें, फिर उसके बाद पूरा 3 पेजर सॉल्व करें. वी डोंट हैव टाइम फॉर, वी कांट डू इट. राइट नाउ बेटा लुक इनटू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 that came in your IIT paper. Read this question very thoroughly. क्या कहता है ये? For a firm operating in hints पढ़ने हैं हमें, perfectly competitive market, which of the following statements are correct? बेटा जैसे ही हमने ये क्वेश्चन पढ़ा, the moment we read this question, हमें अपने माइंड में परफेक्टली कंपेटिटिव मार्केट की जितनी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं क्विकली रिवाइज करनी है सारी की सारी. वी हैव टू नो ऑल प्रॉपर्टीज दैट वी हैव स्टडीड ऑफ अ परफेक्टली कंपेटिटिव मार्केट, and I will go ahead and write all those properties quickly for you. So let me just write them. ये आपकी टिप्स पे होनी चाहिए सारी प्रॉपर्टीज. So first property. So I am writing properties of profit function under perfectly competitive market. But the first property is that this profit function, which is a function of price, output price and input price, it is non-decreasing in price. Non-decreasing in price का क्या मतलब है कि अगर मैं प्राइस बढ़ाती हूं, if this is a higher price and this is a lower price, so profit जो higher price के साथ आएगा वो ज्यादा आएगा than profit with lower price. I will have more profit when price increases. Similarly, beta, its second property is that it is non-increasing in input prices. मतलब अगर लेबर की वेजेस बढ़ती हैं तो प्रॉफिट कम हो जाएंगे, प्रॉफिट विल फॉल. So beta, if I increase the wages of the labor, this is a higher wage, this is a lower wage. So if I increase the wage of the labor, the profit will fall. It is non-increasing in the input price. But the third property is that it is convex in PWNR. Convexity क्या कहता है? What does convexity says? Convexity says that suppose I take a price which is weighted average of two prices, which is weighted average of two price, then profit with this price, जो ये weighted average of two price का price है, profit with that price will be less than equal to the profit multiplied with the weights. That's my third property that I have. This is P dash. It is convex in price. When I say convex in price, what does it mean? It means that when I find out the profit with the weighted price bundle, it is less than equal to weights given to the profit function. What's the fourth property, beta, that I have? The fourth property is that it is a continuous function. It is continuous in P, W, and R. What's the fifth property we have studied? That it is homogeneous of degree 1 in P, W, and R, beta. है ना? So homogeneous of degree 1 means what? कि अगर मैं prices को और input wages को डबल कर देती हूं तो प्रॉफिट भी उतने से ही चेंज हो जाएगा. So if I double all prices and input cost, profit will also double. And what's the last property, beta? The last property is Hoteling's lemma. What does Hoteling's lemma suggest? That when you differentiate your profit with respect to price, you get the output supply function. When you differentiate your profit with respect to W with a negative sign, you get labor. Differentiate profit with respect to rent, you get capital. ये हमने 3 properties पढ़ी हैं of the profit function. ये properties आपके टिप पे होने चाहिए. You should be well aware of these properties. Now, if I know these properties, beta, can I go ahead and mark the right answer? I can. So what will be the answer? It is convex and homogeneous of degree 1. So the answer is A. Simple. The answer is A. How do I know answer is A? Because we have read all 6 properties of my profit function. And I am just comparing it, which properties are correct. Okay. Very, very good question, beta. This came in exam. Very good question. Good. Read this question. It says the firm is operating in perfectly competitive environment. A change in market condition leads to increase in profit by an amount K. Which of the following describes producer surplus due to the above market changes? This is an interesting one. बहुत अच्छा. But try to see. Usually, producer surplus is defined as what price producer gets minus the price at which he is willing to sell his product into the unit sold. मतलब, but suppose मैंने एक product 4 रुपए में बनाया. I produced a good at 4 rupees. So I am willing to sell it at 4 and more than 4. Now, if I sell that product at 10, so 6 rupees my producer surplus per unit multiplied with the number of units. That will be my producer surplus. Now, generally speaking, producer surplus is given by P minus MC into Q. P minus MC into Q. But in many books, you will see that producer surplus is also defined as P minus AVC into Q. Why? Because beta, try to see, it says a perfectly competitive environment. Or perfect competition में, what do I want to do in the short run? I just want that my average variable cost should be covered. मुझे चाहिए कि मेरी AVC cover हो जाए. I just want my average variable cost to be covered. And how can my AVC be covered? If the minimum money that I get, जो मेरे को पैसा मिल रहा है वो कम से कम AVC के बराबर मिले. That is my shutdown point. I can't go below that. So that is at which I am willing to sell. And this is what I actually sell. So in दोनों का gap मेरा producer surplus हो गया. So this is the minimum money at which I can sell. This is what I sell at. In दोनों का difference is my producer surplus per unit into the number of units I am selling. Is that clear to everyone? Now, beta, this can be written as PQ minus AVC into Q. तो ये हो गया total revenue minus total variable cost. बेटा व्हाट इज योर प्रॉफिट? क्या है प्रॉफिट? टोटल रेवेन्यू माइनस टोटल कॉस्ट, टोटल रेवेन्यू माइनस टीवीसी माइनस टीएफसी, दिस इज योर प्रॉफिट. नाउ दिस इज सेइंग, सपोज ये जब हमने निकाला टीआर माइनस टीसी निकाला, सपोज मेरा अमाउंट 10 आया. अब वो बोल रहा है कि देखो कि जो टीआर माइनस टीसी है ना, ये के अमाउंट से बढ़ गया, इट हैज इंक्रीज विथ के. तो अब ये जो मेरा नया प्रॉफिट है ये शायद 14 आया होगा, इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 4. सो बेटा इफ दिस हैज इंक्रीज्ड, इसमें तो मैं टीएफसी भी सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रही हूं. एक एडिशनल अमाउंट सब्ट्रैक्ट करने के बाद इट इज गेटिंग एडेड अप विथ 4, तो प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस तो डेफिनेटली 4 से बढ़ जाएगा ना, बिकॉज दिस इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय 4, profit is increasing by 4. I am adding k amount to the profit. So it means that I will definitely be adding k amount to my producer surplus also. The surplus itself will increase by that k amount. It is a subset of the profit. Profit कम है, देखो profit में TFC भी subtract हो रहा है. So it's like this. This is my total revenue. इसमें से जब मैं TVC subtract किया, then I got my producer surplus. And producer surplus में से भी जब हम TFC subtract करते हैं, then I get my profit. अब यही के अमाउंट से बढ़ गया, it increased by k. तो बेटा ये तो automatically will increase by k ना. So the correct answer to this question will be that this will also increase by k. This amount will also increase by k. I hope this is clear. Look at the level of the question. None of the question is a straightforward question. They are asking you multiple things. They are checking multiple things from you. कि क्या आप यहाँ पे ये सोच पाए कि it is perfectly competitive market and therefore you will shut down below average variable cost. So जो मेरा minimum price है जिस पे मैं बेचना चाहूंगी, that is AVC. So I can sell at AVC or above AVC. So if P is the actual price I sell at, and AVC is my minimum willingness to sell, तो इन दोनों का difference मेरा producer surplus per unit है. So if you are able to interpret that, only then you will be able to solve this question. Question तो सिर्फ perfect competition के shutdown condition को analyze कर रहा है, but in a very different way. So you have to try to see. That is why it is now time to practice questions. सिर्फ कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ने से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं होंगे. यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस देम एज मच एज पॉसिबल. रीड द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन बेटा. दीज आर फ्रॉम गेट. नाउ अब गेट का लेवल देखते हैं. सो लेट मी जस्ट इंसर्ट सम स्पेस फॉर माई सेल्फ. इट सेज अ मोनोपोलिस्ट डिमांड्स Q is equal to 100 upon P minus 1, and the AVC is given to you as 4 by root Q, and FC is given to you as 10. It says find profit maximizing price. Beta, where do you maximize profit? कहाँ maximize करते हो profit को? We maximize profits where we know MR is equal to MC. What is my TR? TR is given by price into quantity. तो बेटा P into Q. हाँ बेटा Q ये दिया हुआ है, यहां से पहले P निकालो. So what will be my P? P minus 1 will be 100 by Q. So P will be 100 by Q plus 1. So price is 100 by Q plus 1 into Q. This is my total revenue. बेटा मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू निकालने के लिए इसको हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, बट पहले मैं इसे ओपन कर रही हूं. दिस इज 100 plus Q. So MR will be differentiate TR with respect to quantity. ये हमारा MR हो गया. बेटा what is MC? MC क्या होगा? It is the differentiation of TVC. हाँ बेटा, तो TVC क्या है यहां से? Everyone, what is TVC? It is AVC into Q. तो बच्चा ये हो गया 4/√Q into Q, 4√Q. But TVC आ गया 4√Q. So what is MC? Differentiate कर दो 4√Q को with respect to Q. So my MC will be, when I differentiate this with respect to Q, I will get 4, 1/2√Q. That means 2/√Q. हाँ बेटा. So my MC is 2/√Q. MR is 1. Equate MC to MR. 2 is equal to Q. Q will be 4. बेटा पुट कर दो यहाँ पे Q को 4. तभी तो P आएगा. So P is given as 100/Q plus 1 ना. Q का वैल्यू क्या निकला हमारा 4. So 100/4 plus 1. So 25 plus 1, 26. Right beta? So the answer to this question is 26. बहुत simple. GATE exam उतना ही easy था जितना IIT difficult. IIT was very difficult, GATE was very easy. So you just have to equate MC to MR, and after equating MC and MR, you will get your answer. Quantity निकल जाएगी तो price वापस यहाँ से डाल के निकाल लेंगे हम. It is easy. Okay beta, look at the next question. This tells you that you have labor augmented production function. ये मैंने multiple times class में करवाया है. That whenever we have to find the growth rate, we should be taking log. किया है हमने बहुत बार. Whenever we have to find the growth rate, we should be taking log. कर लेते हैं बेटा फिर. The function given to you is y is equal to a L to the power, it is given y is equal to k to the power 0.33, then AL to the power 0.67. AL to the power 0.67. Beta, take log. ln y is equal to ln k to the power 0.33, AL to the power 0.67. Beta, open this up. What is log mn? Log m plus log n. Kholo beta. ln k to the power 0.33 plus ln AL to the power 0.67. Beta, open this up. This will be log m to the power n. It comes down. So 0.33 ln k plus 0.67 ln AL. Beta, open this up also. 0.33 ln k plus 0.67 ln A plus ln L. Open this up. 0.33 ln k. Exam में you don't have this much time. इसका हमें final पता होना चाहिए that this is how my growth function looks. I am just solving this for you. Nobody has this much time in exam. आपको simple पता होना चाहिए. Now I will differentiate this throughout. Don't waste time in exam on this thing. ये final चीज जो हम लिख रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे, you should be knowing this with practice. So we know growth rate of y is equal to 0.33, growth rate of k plus 0.67, growth rate of a plus 0.67, growth rate of l. बेटा ये पता होना चाहिए. हर एक growth rate अपनी power से multiply हो रहा है. So see the power of k. हाँ बेटा ये यहाँ पे आ गया. See the power of a. हाँ बेटा ये यहाँ पे आ गया. See the power of L. ये यहाँ पे आ गया. I have to remember this. ये हमें as it is पता होना चाहिए. We don't have time in exam to do these steps in between. Nah, this is waste of time. We don't want to do that. So we should remember that whenever we are given any production function, जो भी power में आ रहा है, if it is a Cobb-Douglas production function, they will become the coefficients and this will be the growth rates. Now come into the question and see what the question is saying. So you are now given that labor ka 1.2 hai. You are given A ka 1.5 and capital ka 3. Just put down these values, beta. As it is dal do, no need to put them in decimals. So 0.33 into 3, 0.67 into 1.5, 0.67 into 1.2. Solve this and you will get 2.799. And that's the growth rate of your output solved. Right? So beta, try to see in exam, in IIT especially, you have to solve 60 questions in 3 hours. So if I just go ahead and I see here 180 minutes, 60 questions, I can't grant more than 3 minutes to any question. Are you getting it? So therefore your approach can't be long approaches. I have seen students getting the right answer. बहुत बारी ऐसा होता है कि बच्चों का आंसर ठीक आता है. But I have seen people taking hours and hours to solve a question. Just for example, in the first question, instead of solving it quickly, I know that many students will write 3 pages. Let P1 Px be 1, let Py be P, numerator price लेंगे, फिर wealth लेंगे, फिर उससे आगे हम solve करेंगे ना. This is a max function. I cannot have these as equilibrium. I will mark the right equilibrium. Time is everything in exam. Please understand. We need to do time management. We have 3 minutes per question. And that is what is important. Okay. So we will be doing more of the revision series now. We will be taking some marathons on macro revision series. But in the background, for students who are enrolled with me, I will be now giving you some problem sets and we have to practice time management. You will be able to solve the question, but वो important नहीं है. Important है कि क्या आप 1 hour में 15 questions solve कर पा रहे हो या नहीं कर पा रहे हो. That is what is important. Because मेरे को 3 hours में 60 questions solve करने हैं. So am I able to solve 15 to 20 questions in 1 hour or not? Now I want to check that for you guys. Right? So, okay, beta, I will meet you again next week with some more marathons. And till then, keep practicing your past year papers, your problem sets, and keep giving your mock tests. Thank you.